This is what I do every month to make sure that I am on the up and up for my real estate business. Follow along as we plan the month. And hey, if you are into business systems and marketing for realtors, then this is a YouTube channel you want to subscribe to. So make sure you do that so you don't miss any further videos. I was initially coming on here to record why your Instagram content is not generating you more listings. So if you want a video like that, make sure you let me know in the comments. When I went to hit record, instead, I kind of wanted to talk about my planner and this process that I do every month. And the reason why it came to me that I want to talk about this is because I'm actually about to do this for my real estate business, as at the time of this recording, it is the end of the month. So what better way to create a video than to share a process that I'm actually about to go through using the Market Authority Planner. So you don't need the planner to do this, but if you do want a planner to follow along, I actually have a pretty sweet discount code for you. I will share it at the end of this video, but follow along with this process to see how we do this together. So this is an undated 90-day planner. We have our quarterly accelerator process on this where we are reviewing and planning for the next 90 days. But what I really want to share with you is my monthly process, and here's what that page is going to look like. So every month, basically what we want to do is ask ourselves some specific questions. And this is a really important system and workflow for your real estate business so that you can have a pulse on what's happening. Because what happens is so often we begin going through the motions in our real estate business. We are so sucked into the day-to-day that we're not asking ourselves some high-level strategic questions that help us make better decisions on a daily basis. So we want to start by listing off last month's big wins. And this is really important because even if you didn't have a closing, even if you didn't generate the number of leads that you're hoping that you would, even if you had one of those sure thing clients change their mind and then go back on the fence, right, to push off their home purchase or sale for a couple of months, you still have things to celebrate. It's really important to look for those wins and celebrate it because that is how you're going to stay invigorated in this business. This is an isolating real estate business, right? Like it's an isolating journey that you are on. And so you want to make sure that you are recognizing the times when you are persevering, working hard, and accomplishing great things, even if they are not the metrics, even if they are not the data points that you might be looking for. Now, a lot of the realtors in the Market Authority Academy are those realtors who are looking for the metrics, the measurables. Here's the thing, we have to detach a little bit from that just to make sure that we are recognizing the other things that are really important, but a little bit harder to measure. That's why I love this planner, because it is super measurable. So for example, maybe last month you had an intention to really stick and stay consistent to a marketing plan that you had planned for the month. And maybe you got 80% of that done. You followed through with 80% of the plan. That is still a huge win and something to celebrate. As we are looking and analyzing that list of big wins, I want you to ask yourself what worked. If there are any additional details that you kind of want to journal about or really think deeply about, this is a good time to do that. Sometimes when things are working really well in our favor, we don't necessarily pay attention to them, especially if you're really focused on inefficiencies. If you're really bothered by things being inefficient or when things break, you're going to notice those just naturally more than you are going to notice the things that are working really well. But by noticing the things that are working really well, you're going to be able to take lessons from that to apply to the things that do break in the future, because things are going to continue to break in your business. That's just kind of how it is sometimes. Now, after we decide what worked well, we can then make some decisions on what will I do differently next month. This is where we're going to take that question of what happened this month and then turn it into action for what's going to happen next month. You might decide here, I'm going to stop doing as many open houses like I did last month because there's another lead source that's generating a lot of traction for me that I want to explore more deeply. Now, if your system and workflow for monitoring your metrics is really well dialed in, that becomes a very simple data-driven decision that you can make. But if you have no data to analyze and you kind of have no clue what happened in the last month because it's all a blur since you haven't been tracking anything, you got a couple of options here. You can either start tracking on a daily basis using a planner like this, where we are leaving a lot of space to identify and track metrics on a daily and weekly basis. Or you can get a total business system like what we have in the Market Authority Academy, where we outline your entire business blueprint from A to Z, including the whole client journey from your lead generation to your client conversion, right? Getting them through the transaction, to after the transaction, the post-close that results in more referrals and repeat business. That is all in the Market Authority Academy. You can actually find all the details to book a call with me and my team to learn if that is a really good solution for you in the show notes below. Now, for a lot of the realtors that I work with, especially in the Market Authority Academy, they really want something measurable. They want to know specifically, they want to put a name on it for when they've done well. It's important for them to have a measurable sense of whether or not they accomplished something that was meaningful in their business by the end of the month. Now, again, if you don't have a ton of closings, right, or if that metric isn't really showing for you in this season of your business right now, maybe you're in a planting season or a nurturing season, not necessarily a harvest season. How can you make sure that you are identifying specific things that you want to accomplish that show that you did a good job, that are paving the way for more of those closed deals and commission checks in the future? Well, this is the part where we ask the final question: which 3 accomplishments will make next month a big win for me? I want you to think about 3 big things you can do next month to really come through and show you that you are accomplishing big things. Maybe, yes, these are closings. Maybe this is finishing a really important project for your business. Maybe it's being really consistent on a process or workflow that you are trying to implement. Maybe it's trying something new and getting outside of your comfort zone. This can look as specific or maybe a little bit more high level as necessary, as long as it means something to you and it is very personal, right? So you don't have to necessarily take my examples here. I want you to look right now in your business at what's been working well and what you want to change, and from there decide what 3 accomplishments in the next month can show that you've put in big work and you're creating big transformation. Now, as promised, if you want to get your hands on one of these beautiful undated quarterly planners for your real estate business, I designed this with you in mind, by a realtor for a realtor, just as with all things that I do in the real estate space. I do have a special coupon code for you. Use the coupon code Marshmallow at checkout in my Market Authority shop. I will have all the details for you to find that below, the link to the shop as well as that coupon code so you know how to spell it and don't forget it. And I want to know in the comments if you like this kind of video, because if you do, I'll take you through my daily process. I'll take you through my quarterly process. We can do all the fun workflow items for making sure that our daily schedule and routine is dialed in and clear. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, keep on crushing it.